I'm 21, living in South Africa, a place that's as beautiful as it is unsettling. I live with my boyfriend and our 2 dogs. Most days, everything feels safe. The next morning to a strange sound. Click. The sound of a gate opening. I thought it was just my parents or maybe my brother. Then I heard it. Footsteps crunching on the dry leaves outside. My dogs went wild, barking. Like they knew something I did. Locked inside with my family. The entire night, we jumped at every little sound. And yet, deep down, I knew this wasn't. We all know how these stories go. Long-time listener, first-time poster. At least that's how it seems. But let me tell you, when you're in the middle of it, it's a whole new kind of terrifying. What you're about to hear might sound like a bad experience to some, but trust me, living it is far worse. I'm 21, living in South Africa, a place that's as beautiful as it is unsettling. I live with my boyfriend and our 2 dogs. Most days, everything feels safe, even in a neighborhood that's, well, a little sketchy. But this day, something shifted. It all started with my boyfriend leaving for a few days, leaving me alone with the dogs. The night before everything went wrong, I took my usual meds, painkillers for a headache and melatonin to help me sleep. But something didn't feel right. I felt dizzy, nauseous, like I was fading. I didn't know it at the time, but mixing these medications was dangerous, potentially deadly. I woke up the next morning to a strange sound. Click. The sound of a gate opening. I thought it was just my parents or maybe my brother. They all have keys. But then I heard nothing. Was I imagining it? Maybe. Or maybe not. Then I heard it. Footsteps crunching on the dry leaves outside. My dogs went wild, barking. Like they knew something I didn't. I thought it was just a stray animal. But no, it was something far worse. I slowly crept out, trying to calm the dogs. But as I opened the door, I heard it. A voice, a male voice, low and muffled, coming from the back patio. My blood ran cold. I wasn't imagining this. It was real. I ran inside, grabbed a knife, and took a shaky step back outside. Through the corner of my eye, I saw him, a man, standing in my backyard by the patio door. A stranger, a black man, his face shrouded in darkness. My heart stopped. I wasn't about to confront him, not alone. So I locked myself in the room and called my parents. It wasn't until my brother showed up, furious and confused, that the truth came out. The man wasn't a threat, just a new gardener. He'd gotten the schedule wrong and the gate malfunctioned. It was all a misunderstanding. The relief didn't last long. It was my anniversary, but I was alone. I tried to treat myself with some sushi and a milkshake. But what should have been a relaxing day turned into something far worse. I ordered my food through a delivery app, 2 different places. First, a milkshake arrived, but then the sushi delivery, something wasn't right. The driver stopped right in front of my house, asking me to confirm my name and number. That had never happened before. The driver wouldn't hand over the food. He wanted to drive into the driveway. That should have been my first warning. When I refused, he started making creepy sexual comments. I told him to just give me the food and leave, but he didn't. He stepped into the yard, looking too closely at the dogs. And then, the real mistake. He asked me to fill a bottle with water. I should have said no, but I didn't. I went inside to fill it, and when I came back, he was wandering around my yard. That's when he said it. "This is a nice house. Must be full of expensive stuff. Too bad someone left a little thing like you alone to take care of it." I was shaken. But it didn't end there. Later, I checked my phone. I got a notification. New follower. The same creepy delivery driver had followed me on every social media account. And I realized something horrifying. The driver knew exactly where I lived. He had my address, my name, and my number. How? That night, things escalated. The security system went off, flashing lights outside. Someone had tampered with the fence. I pressed the panic button, and the patrol car arrived just in time. They checked the yard. No one was there. But I wasn't safe. Not yet. I stayed locked inside with my family. The entire night, we jumped at every little sound. And yet, deep down, I knew this wasn't over. The driver would come back. Maybe next time, I wouldn't be so lucky. To the creepy delivery driver who stalked me, let's never meet again. Not in this life, and not in the next.